Hello and welcome back to the Shrouded Isle with me, Bardon. Right, so we are on to the next season. We've got 4 years remaining. Wow. I feel like we've come so far, but when you look at that whole 4 years, like that's 12 more seasons. Maybe not quite 12 seasons, because I might say 4 years. Yeah, because we're in autumn, right? So it's probably 10 seasons, but still it's a lot of seasons to try and get through. So we have guys here. We can visit you and purify you. Then we'll do the same with you. And then let's examine you. Okay. I'm sure plenty of stuff is spreading throughout as well. I'm going to make it harder for us to progress any further. Right, so you got to look after Cadwell. Which probably means we don't have any inquiries. That's not good. Well, there's only one person that we can appoint anyway, so you're going to be the advisor. For good or bad. Now let's have a look at the letter. So we're looking for ignorance or fervor we can get out of this. Guards nervously report that Casimira's grave continues to be disturbed every night. The village whispers Casimira has returned from the dead. Indeed, Casimira's vengeful spirit will devour sinners. Ignorance and something encourage obedience and something penitence and something. Okay. Well, we want ignorance, so we're going to do that. Indeed, Casimira's vengeful spirit will devour sinners. The village cowers in fear from the shade of Casimira. The guards find their work easier for a time. Ignorance plus 10, obedience plus 5. Pretty good. Okay. Now. Let's inquire about you. You're practical. And your flirt, so minus discipline. So fervor and ignorance is what we need. Discipline, obedience, penitence, discipline, ignorance. I'm gonna lose discipline out of that. So I think we appoint you. We're gonna give this time though. You're acting strangely, so we can't begin the inquiry. Don't find out why you're acting strangely. You're rabid. Obedience minus 10. Obedience minus 20. What we could out of you. You give us extra fervor. We point you. So we're gonna. One of these two then has to be the sacrifice, right? Can't be you. It could be you, but then that could be a problem, the awoken thing. You'd discourage obedience. Let's begin an inquiry into. Let's find what. You're melancholic. She's rebellious. We're going to appoint her. She's probably going to be the sacrifice then. So then you guys, you're acting strangely, so let's find out why. You're delusional, minus 10 penitence. Okay, you're ignorant. You're ignorant, and maybe it seems like some kind of greed or gluttony is going on with that with you. So, let's point you. Now, let's begin the season. September. Okay. Ignorance. Okay, I think that's the best you can do to start with. Carol scoured the town and found one old world book to burn. Ignorance was 3. Carol is particularly organised and efficient during the ceremony. Ignorance was 1. Rumoured to have taken on yet another lover. Discipline minus 6. Okay. Then we don't need to inquire. Urged labours into carving and sanding in a small shrine to our gods was crafted. Chernobog's will guides Bogdan. Fervor plus 4. Bogdan didn't work at all. Instead, wandering the village, gargling. Okay. Bogdan argued with you in front of the congregation, undermining your authority. Obedience minus 10. Let's see. So that's from the Awoken thing, right? Next result. That is last forgiveness to sinners, penitence minus 1. You find an extra whip for plus 5, and then start a fan club. So yeah, we lose a bit of penitence for that. Okay. Oh shit! I forgot about you guys. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, that was not good. Okay, so you need to be in wherever else happens. Okay. I think we have to go with this setup for the next two. Scoured the town, found one old book. Ignorance was 3. Particularly organised and efficient during the ceremonies. Ignorance was 1. Rumoured to have taken on yet another lover. Okay. Bardon found a secret distillery and destroyed it, preventing further distraction. Discipline plus 5. Bardon personally encouraged more confessors to come forward. Penitence plus something. Okay. Self-loading. Penitence plus 10. Okay, that's good. Bardon is rumoured to be undisciplined. Bardon arrives late to every advisory meeting, mumbling an apology. Okay. Alice is whipped to sinful with purifying joy, plus 5 penitence. Find an extra whip, so fervor plus 5, and then the fan club thing more than cancels that out. Okay. Then the reactions, so you're still rebellious. You're still rebellious, and I'm pretty sure we screwed up to the point where we're not going to be able to get you back. We should have appointed you for all 3. So on to November. This could be the end of this particular run. Yeah, I think so. Unless we get another incident that would give us a chance to make the Cadwells happy. Okay, so found 1 old word book, English +3, organized and efficient, ignorance +1, and then the lover thing is discipline -6. Seas forbidden desserts and fine cloth, discipline +3. Often found weeping and gnashing teeth for no known sin, penance +3, and then arrives late, discipline minus. Okay. Interrogated townspeople, obedience +3. Leads a village in memorizing scripture, ignorance plus something. Okay, so you're haunted, ignorance +15. That's very good. Arrives late to every advisory meeting, mumbling an apology, discipline minus something. Okay. Yeah, they're going to rebel, and there's nothing we can do about it. Season's end draws near. A sacrifice must be made to protect the village. Gathering convenes. Who will be the sacrifice this season? It'll be you. Bogdan is awoken. Killing him may have dire consequences. House Sofka will grudgingly submit to my decision. We don't really have anyone else, so it's got to be you. Goodbye, Awoken. Yeah, if we're going to go out, we may as well go out on a high, right? Or a low, I guess. We sacrifice the life of Bogdan in the name of Chernobog and the good of our people. Our condolences to House Isofka. House Isofka solemnly mourns Bogdan. Approval -30. For them. House approval. Other houses +5. The villagers weep and gnash their teeth, greatly distraught by the death of an Awoken. Ignorance -20. Fervor -20. Discipline minus. Everything -20. Right. Accept that. The village has repeatedly failed to demonstrate ignorance. The end is nigh. Oh, okay. The village rejects ignorance. Your dream of darkness never ending, never again wake. Okay. View our results. So we survived for 1 season, 1 year and 3 seasons. Sacrificed 7 villagers and 7 of 10 major sinners in that time. House of Sofka, there was 3 people I think that we sacrificed from them. We awoke 1 villager, but then we sacrificed them. Didn't uncover any endings, but we did discover 48 of 60 traits, which is pretty decent. Right, so return to title, and then we're going to start our next run. So definitely a lot of progress made there. Let's get started on the new one. For only 5 years, our founder saw the humanity will perish except the worthy. Our Lord will return in glory to reward the faithful. Yet there are sinners in our community. As a high priest, I must select the sinners to sacrifice every season. 5 years until Judgment Day. If we are free from sin, he will save us from this suffering. A new season begins. The earth is dark and inviting. Okay, so we have a letter. We'll deal with the letter first, and then we'll make our decisions based on that. Your Excellency, yesterday when I went to pull water from the well, my bucket came up with a skull-shaped leaf. I dare not leave my house until I receive your blessing, lest I risk Lord Chernobog's wrath. Vadim Efferson. House Everson can take care of this. Encourage fervor. Encourage penitence. Let's let them take care of it. Because then that buys us a little bit of breathing room on that. House Everson thanks you for your discretion, and eventually Vadim overcomes her fears. Penitence plus 10. House Everson approves 20. Trait change. Vadim Everson is no longer stubborn and is rumored to be gentle. Okay. Let's continue. So he went from stubborn to gentle. Or did he go? Yeah, he went from stubborn to gentle. So did he go? That sounds like maybe he went from minus 30 to minus 20. But I could be wrong. Right. Let's begin our inquiry. So we're going to start with your obedience. Yeah, let's start with you. Virtue, you're penitent. Okay. We don't really need penitence at the moment. Discipline could be an issue though. You're disciplined. Right, so let's appoint you as the advisor for this time. We'll find out what that is during the season. Then these guys. Right, so you're gentle, minor vice, minus 20 fervor. Let's find out what's going on there. So ignorance, you're disciplined. Let's find out what your vice is. Lacking fervor. Let's appoint you. Find out a bit more about that. Then over here, Sofka. So you're full of fervor, which could be good for us. So let's find out about this. Disobedient. Okay. And then find out more about that. Okay, so plus 5 fervor. It's not the best, but I think we appoint you advisor for now. Right, so been inquiry on you. You're curious. Okay. Been inquiry on you. You're curious as well. Okay. Finding it hard to find a sinner at the moment. Let's appoint you as advisor then. Probably because I've been doing a bit too much looking at the virtues. So let's do a bit more here. Unrepentant. Swindler, there we go. So if all else fails, you are the one that we sacrifice. Right, so everyone is there. Let's begin the season. New month begins. Right. Ignorance up. Fervor up. Okay, let's do that. In the month. Hetty scoured the town and found one old book. Ignorance was 3. Worked extra hard, skipping many meals and evening leisure. Discipline plus something. Hetty's behaviour had an unknown impact. Well, let's find out what the unknown impact is. You're disobedient. Okay. You're a cynic. And you're athletic. Okay. Athletic is plus 10 minus minor virtue. Okay. Next result. Urge labourers in carving plus 3 fervour. Gives a beautiful sermon, stirring every heart for plus 1. Revises the code of laws with a new and more confusing interpretation. Minus something obedience. Compulsive. Okay. Neda seized forbidden desserts and fine cloth. Discipline plus 3. Spends extra time at the monument construction site for something. Okay. Netta makes a bit of extra money selling forgiveness for future sins. Right. Let's uncover that. You're a pyromaniac, major virtue. Okay. Okay, finish there. Right, so I want obedience up. So it's fine. So not you, or you. You're disobedient, but it's telling us it's going to give us. Oh, do you know what it is? It knows what the obedience is, or I know what the obedience is, but that's going to make it lower anyway. But I'm going to give all three of these a go because everyone should get 1 month at least. Okay, so for sees forbidden desserts and find cloth +3. Experiment and finds new efficient ways of lighting fires for +5. Makes a bit of extra money selling forgiveness, penitence -10. Okay. Svetlana dutifully with sinful, adhering to the rites of penitence +3. Works extra hard, skipping many meals. You know Svetlana's ceremony. Okay. So see that. Morbid. Right, so you are another potential one to get rid of. And masochist. Major virtue. That's really bad. Because two of the sinners, that the only two sinners we've discovered so far, both have major virtues. Eden interrogated townspeople. It seems a few parents conspired to hide children. Obedience +3. Eden is rumored to be penitent. Okay, so I think you are another sinner. Yeah, kleptomaniac. Okay, and you're honest. So you're probably the one to get rid of. For now, at least, because it won't have as much of an impact on everyone. Right, so let's go to the next result then. Now the only thing is, these two could take a big hit at the start, whereas these guys not so much. Right. So on to May. Okay, let's do that. Putting in the 3 that we know are going to lose someone soon. Netta claims the citizenry have very few luxuries remaining and returns empty-handed. Discipline -1. Netta experiments and finds new efficient ways of lighting fires. +5 fervor. And makes extra money selling forgiveness. Svetlana dutifully whipped the sinful, adhering to the rite of penitence, +3. Comes to advisory meetings with fresh bruises and a smile, discipline +5. Enthusiasm for sacrifice makes the village uneasy, fervor -10. Okay, Eden chases rumors and whispers, but found no evidence of infidels, -1 obedience. In sermons, Eden truth rings out, clear as a glass bell, penitence +1. Eden surreptitiously donates a small hoard of stolen treasures to the church. Obedience -10. So obedience has been tanked. So these guys are the one really Everson, right? We should sacrifice their person first. Season end draws near. Gathering convenes. Who will be the sacrifice this season? Svetlana. Major virtue, the village will be horrified by Svetlana's death and lose discipline. Okay. The village will be inspired to greater fervor through the purging of the sinner. House Everson will grudgingly submit to my decision. Right, so off she goes. Through sacrifice I will be done. We sacrifice the life of Svetlana in the name of Chernobog and the good of our people. Our condolences to House Everson. Just sacrifice. House Everson solemnly mourns Svetlana. House Everson approve of -30, other houses approve +5. The villagers praise Chernobog for ridding their community of a blighted soul. Fervor +15, discipline -15. Okay, accept that. The night before the new season, I whisper caresses your dreams. My faithful servant, I await your devotion. Encourage ignorance, purity of mind and soul. The perverse one, give him to me. The perverse one, okay. Criminals and rebels talk openly of rebellion. I must enforce obedience by the end of this season. Okay, yeah, that's going to have to be sorted, and that's going to have to be sorted. And it said the pervert, right? So we're going to find another sinner, but that's for the next time. So that is the end of that one. I hope you have enjoyed. Hope you're keeping safe out there. And hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.